Next, we got Kid Cudi, him wearing a dress at some award thing that
And
I
this is the
wasn't paying
second time he
attention
done
to.
this, because that's literally a whole saying. The Kid Cudi dress, like that's literally, because he wore a dress before.
Yeah, I
Didn't
don't.
Kanye say it in the song? He's like, something in a Kid Cudi dress. Somebody said that in one of their lyrics.
I think it was Kanye. I think he might have been not
Isn't
talking
that the
about a
Reza
dress
song?
specifically.
When he's talking about Arc'teryx, what's that brand?
Arcteryx.
I feel like he said something about Arc'teryx or whatever, and Kid Cudi dress. I feel like he rhymed that. I don't know. I feel like I remember him saying something about a Kid Cudi dress.
Yeah, but I'm not going to give you guys background on this. Not very detailed background, at least. So Kid Cudi was wearing another dress at some award, something.
And holding somebody's hand.
Not familiar with who that gentleman was.
Yeah. And of course, started conversation. It wasn't as big though, because I feel like since he did this before, no one said anything. But then he posted a picture of Kurt Cobain, because that's his like inspo. That was his inspo before. But the Kurt Cobain fans are mad. Don't try to compare yourself to him. Like, but anyway, I think it's weird that people care. And the arguments were saying like when women wear suits, people gassed up. They never criticized them wearing suits. So why can't he wear a dress? Like, what are people's issues with man-made constructs? That makes you less feminine by wearing a dress. Why? Remember, we ask questions. Why? Why does that make you less feminine? Because somebody decided that dresses are feminine?
When they actually were initially created for men.
Exactly. People just, it's so crazy how people perpetuate man-made constructs like they're law. Like that's the truth. Like it's valid. Somebody decided on this, and you act like you're so woke, but you perpetuate so many man-made constructs in your everyday life.
I think that
like it's just a dress. It's literally just clothes.
You know how I feel, right? Like in general, I'm fairly quiet. I think actually as of late, I've spoken more than I normally would.
I've been touching.
In my years of living, I feel like I've begun talking more. But in general, I don't like speaking. Like I kind of just like being quiet, and because of that, I don't like. I don't care about a lot, and this is one of those things where I just don't care. Like if you don't care about something, then just don't care about it, and just leave it. Because what is
like what is putting out your negative opinion?
What is your opinion on Kid Cudi's dress going to do to your personal life?
Like how did that change your day?
And not specific even to Kid Cudi, but just in general. If there's something it's one thing if there's something treacherous going on in the world and people are dying, or there's some crazy
something
thing,
more immorals going on,
and you want to address it, you want to speak about it. I think that's great. You should definitely do that. But in terms of what somebody's doing, how they're dressing, or anything like that, who cares?
I guess it's not affecting you. It's the same thing like where people are so bothered by like gay people. Unless you are gay and you're upset that you can't express that to the world, then why are you mad? They're not bothering you. Like I said, the only issue I have with that community is if they try to push that onto you. I'm not all for people pushing things onto you. Like you're not gonna if somebody is like you as a straight male, is telling somebody, oh, I'm straight, but then they still try to like meshes you, still try to.
Remember when that happened?
Yeah, that did happen to you actually.
That was
we went
crazy.
through some crazy. We have stories for everything.
That was a wild.
Yeah, Alex has literally a real example of somebody that like knew he had a girlfriend, still just keep pushing. Like that's the issue I have with that community, because like I wouldn't push my straightness onto you. If I knew you were a gay man, I wouldn't try to push myself onto you.
Do I come across as gay?
No, you don't. I just think that gay men are not necessarily attracted to other gay men. They're attracted. A lot of them are attracted to straight men. You're a man.
I was being sarcastic.
No, they're attracted to you.
I don't know why, but I just felt like that was appropriate.
Yeah, but that's like the main issue I have with that community is not the community as a whole, but the individuals in that community that think that they could, push onto a straight man or turn a straight man gay. Like that's like some people saying I'm gonna turn him gay. Like that's weird. Just go get another gay man. So that's the only issue I have with them. But
yeah, who cares if you wore it?
Yeah, it's a dress. It's like it's just, for me, when I think deeply about stuff, it just makes me feel like I'm crazy, because I'm like, it's just a dress.
I think that
like I really can't grasp the concept of how a dress. Like I've seen debates too, where like, oh, if my son wants to wear a dress, no, why? That has nothing to do with your son's sexuality. If he wants to wear a dress, he might just like how it looks. It might be dope to him. Like, oh, this dress is lit. The same way when men paint their nails. Like, why are these things feminine? Because somebody decided a long time ago that it's feminine. That same person who decided that slavery is legal. Like,
the only thing that I could comment on, because I don't care, again, I genuinely don't care about pretty much anything that we talk
I
about
get annoyed because people are just stupid
on a podcast, but you have to talk about a podcast, you got to entertain. But if his purpose for wearing it is for anything nefarious, then I think you could comment on it. But
he was just wearing it for a fashion statement.
Yeah.
He's into fashion. He liked how it looked. The holding hand thing, they might just be holding hands. There might be friends. Support, emotional support, just taking a picture. We're just holding hands.
Do you think holding hands is equivalent to hugging a man? Which one do you think is more sensual?
That's the crazy part. Because people will say hugs are normal, but hugs, you're literally putting chest to chest on somebody. You're in their space. Holding hands, I can hold your hand from all the way over here, and I'm not even in your space. When you're hugging, you're literally, let's hug for people who are watching on camera. I'm in your face.
Best friends.
I'm in your face. You know? So it's like, but then people will be like, oh, that's not gay. They're just hugging. It's a bear hug. You know, man, you can't even hug. Like nowadays, you got to be like.
I don't even like the way my hip was just, my hip was elevated. It looked a little crazy in the camera. I'm not going to lie. Like, if anybody just listens to audio, please.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Please don't watch that particular timestamp.
So that's a good point. Let's hold hands now. Like, it's just hands.
Best friends.
Like, I don't know. I'm just getting the warmth of your hand.
Let's do the heart.
You know, you said you didn't want to do that TikTok with me.
Never doing
it's
TikTok.
Over now, though. That trend's old. When TikTok, you got to jump on them trends like a week. But
yeah, I just feel like a lot of conversation. Big of a deal a lot of conversation is stupid.
It is. Hey, whoever made these laws, these man-made laws, are probably sitting up somewhere laughing at all of us. Like, look at these idiots arguing.
I didn't particularly like the dress.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with him wearing it. It's just what the dress was.
Because it was a wedding dress, right?
Yeah, it was just ugly. Yeah, the dress wasn't lit. Like, that's my only criticism. Because the dress was ugly.
Because
the fit was dressed.
The Young Thug.
You could have wore a better dress.
The Young Thug dress is in a museum. I want to go see that.
The Young Thug, when he wears his dresses, it's lit. And you notice how nobody really says anything when Young Thug does it? Yes, they do. Oh, they did? Oh, when he wore that purple one. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Or anytime he's worn one after that.
Everybody does. It's like psychotic.
And this is not me saying that I'm advocating for it. It's just more so the conversations around it are weird.
Yeah, because even like when people want to argue what femininity is, what is femininity? A man-made thing?
I'm not going to get into this one because this is actually a topic I wanted to do at some point.
Yeah, we can do it next week. I'll write it down.
Because it's a long one.
Yeah, we don't want another like 2-hour podcast. But let me write that down for next week.
I want to like hit the 3-hour timestamp consistently. We just record too late.
And I think if we had a bigger following, people would love to hear us talk probably forever.
But if we bust down those clips, then
you're right. Yeah,
it's just more clips to bust down. You feel me?
Ooh, sorry.
Jeez.
But yeah, we could definitely talk about femininity next week because like that is like a whole topic like about being feminine and being masculine. Like, what is that? Man-made things? Like, I don't really believe in being feminine and being masculine. I feel like just be you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well.
What?
We'll just get into it.
No, but just real quick.
So, we can speak off mic.
No, but I mean that's like
it exists, but not in.
It exists scientifically, but not in some of the ways that people these man-made stuff. Like they'll say like, oh, doing this is feminine. Straightening your hair in a certain way or pinning your hair back or wearing corsets. Like back then they used to wear corsets. That was their definition of femininity. That's not femininity. That's your man-made concept of what femininity is. There definitely is a scientific ways to be feminine and masculine.
They were getting wigs
just because of testosterone and estrogen.
They were getting wigs off.
Men were wearing wigs.
And I want to low-key dresses too, like you said. Fact check myself because I said that dresses were made for men. Heels were made for men.
Yes. Was it for height purposes?
It was for everything. Men used to wear heels.
Yeah.
Dresses, I want to fact check that because I'm not sure. But
dresses might have been made for women, but men were wearing them too.
It was 100% heels that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's just crazy. Like a lot of people really perpetuate stuff. And like, I think what frustrates me a lot about society is a lack of critical thinking. You know? Is people are so set into their ways and set into their thoughts that they don't ever challenge their own thought about anything. They don't ever say, well, why are things this way? You know, asking why about stuff will really unlock so much. People want to be woke. That's how you become woke. Question everything that we do. Why is wearing a dress? Why is a man wearing a dress so a bad thing? And then go from there. Research the history of dresses. Research all that stuff, and then just keep asking why. Why is a man wearing a dress a topic of discussion? My first question would be because society made it that dresses are for women. Well, why did it make it that way? Just keep asking why. And nobody challenges their own thoughts anymore. No one challenges the way we like. It's like that's what the whole sheep herd mentality is. Because so many people just follow. Like we were just watching The Matrix. And that's a good way to explain it. So many people just follow the system. They don't challenge thought. They don't try to challenge anything. They don't challenge the ways life is. They just accept the norm. And I hate that because we're smarter now. We have so much more brain capacity.
Real quick too, not to go into the film sort of
Me, I think Matrix too, by the way.
Film and the themes of movies are more than just what you're seeing on a screen. So like look for underlying themes. Like we always joke about teachers telling us to read a book and be like, well, the curtains in this scene were blue, so what does that say about the character and the author's mood? All that stuff is...
It's intentional.
It's jokes, but in movies, everything is intentional. There's nothing in a shot that's not intentional.
Like when we were watching The Matrix, you brought up he's wearing a green tie because they're in The Matrix. There's green hues because they're in The Matrix. Everything was intentional.
Yeah, everything is intentional in the movie. Every shot, every
outfit,
angle, every
color,
outfit,
every accessory.
Everything is picked specifically. Look at the themes, because even when... God, I'm forgetting his name. What's his name?
In The Matrix?
When Cypher...
the op.
When Cypher was talking to
That's
Neo...
the op, right?
Yeah. When he was talking to Neo and he was like, I wish I would have took the blue pill. Mm-hmm. Meaning that he, even in all of his vast knowledge, knowing how much he's being abused and utilized in the system and how it's all flawed, he still comes back and says, I'd rather be misinformed and just not know. And I feel like everybody is like that. Everybody just wants to not know.
Everybody's scared. That's why a lot of things in our lives are based out of fear. A lot of the justifications for why things are, like we talked about the Greeks. The Greeks created the Greek gods because it's fear of the unknown. No one wants to understand why we're here. People are scared. People don't want to understand like planet Earth and why we have weather and why there's evil people. They just justify it with religion or gods, like in the Greek gods. Like we have lightning because of what was lightning? Zeus. Like no, we got lightning because something's happening in the atmosphere. There's no Zeus. Zeus is not. He's not doing that. No, it's scientific.
What's he doing?
They thought Zeus was up there like.
Yeah,
there's no Zeus.
I'm gonna clip that sound effects for the Zeus.
I'm sorry, like I just think people are so scared. There's a lot of fear, and it's okay. There is a fear of the unknown, but it's just like people make so much justification for it, and then everybody follows that, and then it becomes the norm. And like you said, a lot of people like in the Matrix, they want to take the blue pill. A lot of people want to take the blue pill. A lot of people want to be, scared. I mean, not scared, but a lot of people want to be. They don't want to know, which is fine. But then don't insert yourself in arguments with people who are going to challenge your thought.
It's not fine, and still don't insert yourself.
Yeah, it's really not fine, because if we're all like that, we're forever as a society going to just be run by these people who have who took the red pill, if you want to say. What was I saying?
The pills.
It cut off too. The people who take the red pill, like a lot of those people I feel like are the ones that are in power, like they know everything. Not everything, but they know a lot. And a lot of people are just so comfortable in the day-to-day regular, and what's, they don't care about systems in place because they're just living in the system, They're not contributing it, they're not challenging it, they're not trying to fix it. They're complacent. And a lot of people are like that. They're complacent in their thoughts. Women wear dresses, and that's that. They won't ever try to change their mind. They won't ever try to think more about stuff like that. There's a lot of people who are like that. And it's just, if you like that, stay away. That's not the people I want in my life. Because I need people who are actually want to think deeper about things, who want to keep learning, who want to challenge thought. If you are complacent in how society is and think everything is good and whatever, I'm just living my day to day and I'm just NPC basically in society, then go ahead. But get away from me. Because I don't like single-minded people. So yeah. You want to take the red pill? I mean, we be taking the red pill every day. We try to always think about. That sounds crazy.
I don't do drugs.
We don't take no pills. First
Anyway,
of all, let's get
anyway.
that out there. We don't even smoke. We don't do anything. We literally barely even drink. We're so nerdy. We don't do.
That's not nerdy.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, but you have to say these things.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking. I kind of said sarcastically, like, "Oh, we're so."
No, make sure they know it's sarcasm.
Yeah. But drinking and doing drugs doesn't make you cool.